What's good, big dog? Out here, just got done running the dogs on the slap mill. We relaxing. They've had water, no food yet. Just letting them, just letting them do their thing, man. I ain't been on here other than releasing that Sunday live, or excuse me, Sunday weekly wrap up. And yeah, man, just chilling, man. Love my dogs. Love what they do, and I'm proud of them. Extremely proud of them. What's up, Saki? What's up, boy? What's up, son? What's up, son? Yeah, man. Moving in a new direction with the channel. The family sleep right now. Finally got a break. Twins came home from the hospital Saturday. So yeah, man, we just chilling. And I figured I'd show the dogs. What's good, what's that? What's good, Wilkie Law? What's good, big dog? Salute to you and good morning. Good morning. Yeah, man, I just wanted to get out here and talk about the dogs and what I look at when I'm looking at them. So this is Saki, y'all, Jeep Red Boy Rascal on top of Spike Frisco. Happy Father's Day. Happy belated Father's Day. Northern Association. What's good, big dog? And I just want to talk about the aesthetics of the dogs, man. If you want to see the performance of them, I don't just do just for looks, but I do like the look of a good dog. And I figured I'd get on here this morning for a few minutes and just talk to y'all about the aesthetics I look for if I was going to purchase a dog. So let's start from the rooter to the tutor, and we'll go over that real quick, and then we get up out of here. Well, the train coming through now, but hopefully y'all can hear me. So this is my dog Saki, and right now on his face he has, what's good, Heart and Finish Kennels? On his face he has a good stop. The stop is the area right there between the nose and the eyebrow. All right. And then with that Jeep Red Boy Rascal in there, qualities I look for when I hear a dog being bred Jeep Red Boy Rascal, y'all see his eyebrows right there, them little dots right there? There's two bloodlines that I'm familiar with that typically have those, because there's different styles and different looks to each bloodline. Now, them little eyebrow things right there, to me, come from the Jeep Honey Bunch side of the dogs, right? So if somebody shows me a pedigree, and I just want to show y'all what I'm looking for when somebody tries to offer me a dog or tries to show me a pedigree. If somebody tells me that dog is heavy Jeep Tab, Honey Bunch, Otis, Bo, any of that blood, I look for them little eyebrow things right there. Because the other bloodline I've seen that carries those is the Grand Champion Yellow bloodline. Now there's some other buckskin dogs, like Bolio dogs, that typically will have a widow's peak. And if you see on Saki's head, if you look close enough, you can see that widow's peak right there. Now, I'm looking for that, and this is not every dog. This is not all-inclusive. This is what I look for when I'm looking at my pedigree. Now, Bolio had that, right? And Bolio is also a dog that kind of resembles Saki. All right. The next thing I look for is right here in the brisket area. Is it deep and thick? Because there's also Frisco in this dog. And if you know anything about Frisco, Frisco's father was Chinaman, bred to a heavily influenced Bolio female. That's where the Bolio comes from. And with Chinaman, they said that Chinaman had the lung capacity and wind of a greyhound and the mouth of an alligator. Okay? So when I see a person advertising dogs with those lines in them, these are things that I look for before I purchase the dog. The pedigree is cool and all, but what I'm looking for are the traits. Now, mind you, we don't do anything for illegal purposes or train or raise them for illegal purposes. But if I'm trying to put together a dog, I need to know what qualities and traits the dog brings to my program. Okay, so good stop. Indications of the Bolio Honey Bunch influence right here. All right. Then this is a smart dog, too. So I was always taught that Bolio adds a little bit of smarts into the dog. Now I'm about to stimulate him to get up real quick and give him a couple commands real quick. I don't know if he's gonna respond or not. He's just got work. Sai, ready? Get up. Let's go. Sit. Get up. Come on. Come on. Good boy. All right, ready? Down. Good boy. Good boy. Ready? Speak. Sit. Good boy. Enough. Come here. Sit. Good. Good. Sit. Down. Good boy. That's a smart dog. That's a smart dog. It's a fine animal. All right. And if y'all see his paws right there, that's actually from that water he spilled. He took his water bowl and he dug into it after he got off of the slap mill because he wanted to cool himself off. All right. But that's also a dog being smart. He was like, I'm going to sip a little bit of this water. I'm going to splash some of this water on myself. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. All right. Now, Doug, what's good, big dog? Now we're going to talk about right here, okay? Right here are the forearm and pasterns. Now, my dogs, the forearms need a little bit of thickness. So what I would be doing is going into like maybe some Invicto or some Soros blood to thicken up these dogs. That's what I would be looking for to add to and make my program better, is adding those kinds of blood. So when people start mentioning Red Boy, Jocko, Jeep, I'm like, I got plenty of that in my dogs already. What I need is, I need some Soros blood or some old school Invicto blood, you know, or some Miss Invicto blood. And I already got some of them on the team. Now those dogs are typically gonna be shorter and squattier. Now what I mean by shorter and squattier is they're gonna have more of a bully look to them. But that's fine with me because what I believe, and this is my belief, you know, this is all just advice, do what the hell you want to do. What I believe is the bully son, which is the father of Honey Bunch, will mesh well with a dog like that because the phenotype is already there. And the Invicto, being influenced by Bolio, also has the man-stopping qualities I would want in a dog. Now, the American Pit Bull Terrier is not and was not designed to be a protection breed. However, they make good watchdogs and with proper training can do everything another dog can do. But yeah, man, I just want to talk about the characteristics of the dogs, man. Let y'all see my face. He's out there wandering around. He got a toy over there. So we got the stop, we got his markings, and then we got the basic phenotype, the look to him, you know. And if I'm gonna buy a dog, I want y'all to understand what I look for because I get offered dogs all the time. You know, people want to put them in different people's hands for different purposes, and a lot of people just want to see how their dogs would do it with a dog trainer that does the stuff I do with their dog. You know, to see if their bloodline can handle that kind of work. He's coming back around. I'm gonna put it because it's about the dogs, man. You know, it's about the dogs. Saki, sit. Good boy. Good boy. Now, another thing I like about my dogs phenotypically is, y'all see that head? It's a decent sized head for an American Pit Bull Terrier. I like the dogs that I don't have to guess. You know, you look at it and, you know, if I'm walking down the street, he's not going to get confused with a bully, but they're going to definitely know this is a pit bull right here. You know, they're going to definitely know it's a pit bull. Hey, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, big dog. Zane Bell, happy birthday. Man, I appreciate that. All right. Now, under here, look up here. There you go. See his brisket under there? It's nice and thick, but it's not overdone. He's not barrel-chested, okay? Now, that barrel-chested look is a little bit overdone, and it can cause actual performance issues because I'm getting into the slap mill racing and things like that, so I don't want a dog that's overdone. I want a dog that's very, very proportionate. But I also want a dog that is very, very... If I look at the old pictures of the dogs that I like, Red Boy, Jeep, Honey Bunch, Chinaman, I want a dog that looks like that, and a lot of these dogs are missing some of those qualities that I look for in a dog that's being bred appropriately. What I've noticed in a lot of the dogs that I see on the internet is a lot of them have like smaller heads, and mind you, the look don't matter if it don't. The look doesn't matter. Performance is what matters. But why not? I give you an example. You can get a Ferrari that looks good and runs fast, or you can get a V6 Challenger that looks good but is a V6. Okay, I want the car that looks fast and runs fast, if that makes sense to you at all. All right, I want a car that performs at a high level, but also looks like it performs at a high level. Some of y'all like sleepers, and for those of y'all who do drag racing, like I can't even get on your level with that, man. All right, then I want you to look at his back. You see his backbone is just slightly showing. That's acceptable for the American Pit Bull Terrier. The breed standard should be slim built, but it shouldn't be overdone. All right. Looking at his forearms right here, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there should be muscular definition. They should exude power. All right. See if I can get a side shot of him for y'all. And then he should have a little. Hold on, son. Come here. Notice the ribs are only exposed when he breathes in deep. You know, he's not conditioned. He's just pet weight. He's just pet weight. Oh, Quick FC said, is it the length you're looking for? Not specifically. Not specifically. It's just I'll give you an example of what I think a good looking pit bull looks like. I think Grand Champion Yellow on his pedigree picture is a great looking dog. I think that the dog on the cover of the Grand Champ album by DMX is a great looking dog. And phenotypically, just going off of aesthetics, that's the kind of looks I look for. And then I want them to be buckskin because I propagate the old yeller dogs. Also, even the collars they're doing with, man, this collar right here came from Mexico. Okay, this is real leather right here. And it comes with a buckle, you know, and it says since 1985, since 1925. Now, obviously, we know that these dogs have been around a lot longer than that, but this was gifted to me by a Mexican dog man out of Michoacan, Mexico. And he showed some love, so I figured I would talk about it on here. I also have some nylon collars that I use for my day-to-day stuff, man, but we were working. This collar is about 2.5 inches wide. If I'm not going to use this harness, which I also have a leather-treated harness from Mexico that I use to run them on the slat mill as well. But if I'm not going to use a harness, then I like to use a really, really wide collar so I don't put too much pressure on any one specific area of his trachea. All right? Also, you can see my dog has a few scratches. You know, they're bulldogs. They get into it. Him and his daughter don't always see eye to eye. And that's why I don't let my dogs run together when I'm not present. She's a lot more animal aggressive than he is. He's more of a defensive dog. And I like that about him because with the work I do, he has to be around other dogs. He has to be around other dogs to do what he needs. Vinny said, I'm gonna send you a black dog. Vinny, believe it or not, man, the only other color that really should pop out of my bloodline is black dog. Saki's dad is a black dog. And oh yeah, I'm sorry, Quick FC, yeah. And then Pomicio, nah, man, these dogs ain't tested, man. These dogs are my pets. I love them, and you can't test these dogs the right way, man. If you test them the right way, man, and you talk about it, you going to jail, you know. And that's simple as that, man. It's just a good dog that I like. He's well trained, and he keeps the raccoons and the stray dogs off of me when I'm on my morning walks, man. You know, and I enjoy watching him keep the varmints off of me. You know, I enjoy watching him keep the varmints away from me, and I also like the fact that he keeps the weirdos away from me too. And that's what he does, man. Saki, ready? Say hey to everybody. Speak. Good boy. Say good morning, boy. Speak. All right, that's enough. Down. Good boy. See, man, just a pet dog, man. Just trained to do what pets do, man. Make me happy. This dog will do whatever I want him to do and some. And that's what I like to do, man. Just have fun with my dogs. As far as tested dogs, man, I don't think anybody would talk about it on the internet, though. And while I appreciate the history of the dogs, man, you got to be real careful. And either one, you're unaware of how open YouTube is and what you're exposing yourself to by asking questions like that. You're trolling or you're the police, man. And I'm going to go with the first one and say that you're unaware of how exposed you are to give you benefit of the doubt, man. But we don't do that over here, man. You can watch any of my videos and see that we keep it clean, man. We show dogs, man. We doing show dog stuff. I promise you, if I was doing something on that level, man, I wouldn't bring it to YouTube because I'm about to work. You know, I'm about to work. But yeah, man, I just want to talk about the bodies of them. I don't like his back end. I'll tell y'all that right now. I wish he had more girth in his back end back there. I like a dog that look like a nice chicken leg on the back end. And but I do like his tail. His tail stops like it's supposed to, like a pump handle. It don't curl up, and it's not too short or too long. Or another thing I notice about some dogs nowadays is their fur. I like my dog's fur to be really short and really tight to them. There's some bloodlines with some longer fur. You know, that to me is indicative of a dog that was bred for performance as opposed to just aesthetics. Yeah, it was for sure, man. I actually got my sled out here. Let me walk y'all. Let me walk y'all over there. I actually got my sled out here, and another thing I want y'all to this is my equipment is my equipment is dirty, but it's dirty from use. But this sled right here, I can stack weights on this sled, and yeah, man. So we just out here in the neighborhood, you know, chilling. But yeah, man. He said, oh, so Pamiko says, in my country, even if we have show dogs, we do game tests, and if they are confirmed game, we breed them. Uh, OFC if they good blood, but I respect you. I mean, I respect you too, man. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. If it was legal, I'm not saying moral, but if it was legal, I would test mine too because I look at it like when they legalized marijuana here, man. People were still smoking it, but when they legalized it, you could be yourself, man, and you could be yourself as freely as possible. You still gonna have haters because some people think that uh, all game dogs were show dogs back in the day. Yeah, even yeah, man. Um, but like as far as the legalities behind it, man, it's a legal thing for me, man. Like I'm in the military, man. So the idea of blood sports or killing is not a concept that I'm afraid of. And there's people who would speak out against me having that opinion, but I literally joined the military to fight so people could have their opinion and speak on it freely. You know, I don't have to like your opinion to respect that everybody has an opinion, and that's why I don't knock the people that are underground, man, because the breed came from the underground. You know, and even before the underground, it was above ground. You know, you have a new society. Like if you look at my neighborhood, there's houses everywhere here, man. You know, I'd be crazy to do something and think my neighbors ain't gonna call the police, because they just civilians. You know, they just civilians. Shit, I walk my backyard with my gun and get the police called on me in my backyard. You know, but that's the life we live, and that's what it is until we find something different. What's good, Big A? What's good, Maxine? But yeah, man, I'm out here chilling with the dog. It was supposed to be just a little 10-minute live, but y'all coming through, so I'm kicking it with you. You know, I miss y'all, man. I do. I get on here and I always learn something Welsh. I'm gonna use that 45-degree thing too, man. And you can tell them you taught Samurai that too. Um, but yeah, man. And then also, there's enough opportunities with people being irresponsible dog owners to at least see a glimpse of the American Pit Bull Terrier doing what it was originally bred to do. Um, just walking my dogs in the morning, man, there's a lot of times where there's people that are irresponsible and their German Shepherds or Rottweilers get loose. And I carry my brake stick and I also carry my 380 pistol with me because it's legal. It's legal. I can lawfully carry a concealed pistol here. And I'm not going to let my dogs get seriously harmed. But if my dog is lawfully walking on a leash, it's no greater than 6 feet, and I do not release him to engage a varmint, raccoon, I'm not hunting because he's on leash and I'm following the law. If something comes within that 6 foot and I stand my ground and my dog stands his ground, then I get to see them work ever so often. And it's you'd be surprised how many bad dog owners allow their dogs to test the pit bull's mouth. You know, you can't test gameness without going to the box, man. And that's just the truth. That's the history of the breed. That's what I believe, you know. But as far as knowing that they can bite, they've definitely had their mouth on at least a raccoon or a possum or something, you know. And like I said, it just happens, and it's all organic. You know, I don't record it because the internet would turn it into you're training that dog to fight or this, that, and the third. And anybody who owns an American Pit Bull Terrier knows that no matter how well trained they are, that trigger can be triggered at any moment. But that's just like us, man. You know, I think the people that own the dogs are the same way. You know, we when we run into another bulldog or a person we consider a bulldog, typically that's when the real action starts. But my dogs walk around a little frou-frou dog, a little Shih Tzu or Yorkie. They might snatch it up if it pisses them off, but typically they don't even look at it as a threat. They don't just walk past it unless I say something, you know, like get him, Get him. Watch him. Watch him. Good boy. That's enough. Down. No. Down. Good boy. Greetings from Europe, man. Greetings from Europe. And Warmouth, man, it's I learned from people like you, from Welsh, man. Welsh don't know about it. I look up to Welsh, man. He stand his ground, and they give him a lot of shit for it. City boys rising and grinding, showing them puppies. Man, ain't nobody did that, city boy. Showing them puppies every morning and how fat and healthy they are. They always clean, and anybody who's ever raised little puppies know puppies shit all the time. That cleanup is constant. And that's why when somebody asks you for a dog or some craziness like that for free, you gotta kind of look at them sideways, you know. You're gonna have to be my homeboy or help me clean up the shit or something. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to put in some work. And that's what it is. Oh, but back to you, brother Vinny. So, Saki's daddy is a black dog, right? Okay. Then you go back to the bird dog side of things with the G Red Boy Rascal influence, and one of the biggest influences in his bloodline is actually the Grand Champion Blackjack. All right. Now, for me, I love the Grand Champion Blackjack. I love his story. You know, 5-time winner, made short work of everything he went into. And mind you, this is all historical. You can Google this shit. I ain't the first person to talk about it. I won't be the last. But I will talk about the history of the dogs and my dog's bloodline. And a lot of people said Blackjack never ran into any competition that was worthy of being talked about. But what does it matter? Look at today's standards. If I show up to an ADBA show and my dog is the only dog or one of 3 dogs in that class, he's gonna be first, second, or third place just because of nobody else showed up. You know, that's not my fault. You know, and then they say the Blackjack ducked and dodged opponents. Mayweather ducked and dodged opponents. He's still Mayweather. You know, because gameness ain't about always going against the best opponent. It's just about testing your mettle and being put into a position where you could quit. And given the opportunity to quit, do you quit or don't you? That's all gameness is. A lot of people look at stellar performers and think, man, like, you know, he never really was tested. But it's hard to test Mike Tyson. Amen, city boys. My Bulldogs goes crazy every time he see another dog. What can I do? He's 2 years. Hey, man, so I'm going to be honest with you. As far as that goes, man, be proud of that. If you bought a dog with the intention of it to be around other dogs, I would get a social breed, maybe a husky or a lab. That's going to give you a higher percentage of getting that what you're looking for. That's just like with doing protection work with these dogs. They weren't bred for protection work. I do what I do with these dogs because I pick specific ones that have outlying qualities that differ from the rest of the breed. That's why I call my dogs old yeller dogs. But as far as it going crazy every time I see a dog, man, that's what it was bred to do. That's like if I bought a retriever and he jumps in the water and I don't think the water's gonna roll off of his back. The retriever dogs have natural ability for the oils in their fur to make the water come off of them better than other dogs. You know, that way they can go retrieve your duck or whatever waterfowl, you know, loons or whatever you got. Big A, I see the text messages coming through, but I can't answer them because it'll kill the live, bro. But yeah, man, we just kicking it. I'm gonna get with you as soon as I'm done with the live, though. But yeah, man, it for that dog, you have to understand that it's just doing what the original dog was bred to do, and animal aggression is a accepted breed quality of these dogs, even by UKC standards. And if you wanted to train against that, you can, but you're gonna have to use real corrections. You're gonna have to use probably some prong collars, which a lot of pit bull guys don't want to use prong collars because we like for our dogs to pull. It's a good form of exercise for them to pull on the walk. You probably gonna have to use some e-collar training. You're probably gonna have to start off at a distance. You know, start off with a dog a football field away, and just walk your dog, or let him bark until he gets calm, and then decrease it to 80 yards, and let him get calm, and then decrease it to 60 yards. It's not gonna be a one-day process. There's not a one-way fix to fix that, because what you're doing is you're going against that dog's nature. That's like, I mean, very, very abstract concept. That's like telling a straight man that you're gonna make him not straight anymore. You know, his nature is to be a heterosexual being and to like, you know, real women, cisgendered female women. So for you to break that habit, you're going against what's in his mind is naturally programmed to be, you know. And that's nothing to against the LGBTQ community plus community, whatever how many letters they got. That's nothing against them, you know. This is Pride Month. I ain't got nothing against them. I look at it like this. I've always looked at that situation like this. If I go to a club, I'm not mad at the dude who don't want the girls because that's just more girls for all the ones of us who do want girls. And with that pit bull, you know, I'm not mad at that pit bull for wanting to go at them other dogs. That's just more. That just leaves room for all these other dogs to have something that we don't to have something that our breed brings that they don't bring to the table. But yeah, man, it's all good, man. Quick FC, man. Oh, I appreciate it, man. Make sure I hit the like button, man. I appreciate that. Uh, this is like I said, it's supposed to be a 10-minute live, but I just wanted to kick it with y'all and do something. I'm on paternity leave for a couple of months, and I'm gonna just be at home with the family. That's why y'all see my beard growed out, and I didn't do the live last week, and we're not doing a live this week. But for those of y'all that are here, I'll give y'all the sneak peek. The new digital dog shows are gonna be done this way, so we can make sure they're much more organized and much better. And my brothers kind of alluded to it last night on Big Hills Live. Make sure y'all check that out. But the new digital dog shows will be one or two classes at a time, so we can get it in and get it out. Schoolboy already agreed to judge the next one, and the next two shows we're gonna be throwing is we're gonna finally get the slap mill race going because it's well overdue, and then additionally we're gonna do best condition. All right, and I'll be releasing those in August. We're working on some things and some new ways to track it. We actually gonna have an app to track the votes. So you have to sign up to vote if you want to vote. So make sure you start letting your people know now. We'll come out with the official rules and everything and rules of engagement by July to give you plenty of time to get your stuff together. But for best condition, you want to go ahead and start conditioning your dog now. My thought process was yeah, hold on, let me see. It's another social. Hey, so yeah, you already know, man. If you saw that post, that was some old video, but yeah, man, this dog is bred off of that. So if you saw it, you know it's in them. Those dogs have it in them. But yes, sir. Uh, yeah, it's a good animal, man. Years ago, I saw that dog as a puppy, and um, she was sold and moved down south, and I thought she was dead, honestly. But yeah, man. And then also, man, be careful in them Facebook groups, man. You get yourself in a lot of stuff in those groups, man. But yeah, I believe that the only dogs that can do real protection work, and this is by Mr. Richard. This is Mr. Richard Stratton's words from the world of the American Pit Bull Terrier. These are not Andre Williams' words. Mr. Richard Stratton said the only game dog that could do guard work or protection work and will be the best at it is a true game dog. Now, since we can't test gameness, I like to breed the dogs that show qualities of gameness, or show qualities that they could be game. Well, because this is not my normal live, I'm not at my laptop. I can't pull it up right now, bro. I'm not ignoring you though. And Northern Association said flirt him and make him jump in the sand for those turkey legs. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I like that analogy. I've been saying chicken legs, but it's turkey legs. Yeah, them fat ass turkey legs like they got at Disney World in the carnival. That's what you want. It's some doves flying by. I don't know if y'all can see them. Man, I wish I had my bow out here and I had a little bit more space. I'd be shooting them out of the sky. Uh, but yeah. Yeah, Warmouth. Also, man, with everything that's going on the internet, I think the digital dog show's gonna have an uptick because you ain't got to worry about being at the wrong place at the wrong time and none of that stuff, man. You don't have to worry about nobody being in your business. You can go right in your backyard, record your video, whatever you want to do, and you can do it at the convenience of you. And you ain't got to worry about driving 5 hours and worry about making the registration window and all that stuff, man. You got plenty of time. Typically, we leave the registration open for a month, so. But yeah, so best condition, slap mill race, and then we do a puppy class as well. And then a month or two later we do buckskin, black dog, and best female, and we'll just do it 3 or 4 classes at a time, so we can have bigger payouts on those because the goal is to make sure that when you win a digital dog show, you win something that you can take home. Um, brother CMB, one of our members, Coal Mountain Bulldogs, he was saying that he would like for for things like this, like the collars and stuff. And if y'all think these collars would be great gifts, I'm 2 hours from Mexico. Uh, these could also be things that we put in there. It doesn't always have to be cash apps. I just like the cash app because I don't have to go nowhere. I can just send it to you from home. Um, but if y'all want, items and things like that, let me know so I can get them together prior to the show, so that once the show is over, we can ship them immediately. If you mention it, while the show is going on, it's a little bit too late for that. But I do take it into account for the next show. But yeah, man, that sand is a good one. The only fear I have of sand, man, is I've heard of people running their dogs on the beach and a lot of sand getting in their stomach and causing issues. And that's a fear of mine. I've actually seen people have to take their dogs to the vet to get it cleaned out of their dog's system. Yeah, I do like that bird dog stuff, man, and I'll tell you why I like it so much. Yeah, I'm a storyteller. I got diarrhea of the mouth, but hell yeah, you got to defend his mouth, heart and finish. And Arrowhead got some puppies too, and Valdez got some puppies. They said they coming for your ass. But to answer your question, man, with the bird dog stuff, I look at it like I looked at LBJ, LeBron James, man, not Lyndon Baines Johnson. But when LeBron James first came out back in 01, 02, when he was in high school, um, I thought he was overhyped, and everybody who talked about him, I hated. I was like, man, you don't shut your ass up. I was a Steve Francis fan back then, man, and I watched him play, and I watched him catch that first dunk. He damn near jumped from the free throw line on his first dunk, and I said, this dude is something different. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life in a game. And then I kept watching him, and he couldn't win. He couldn't win in the finals, but I watched him basically dunk on all the guys who were big in my childhood. KG smashed on him. Tim Duncan smashed on him. Mari Stoudemire smashed on him. And I was like, you know what? All these guys who are known shot blockers and known great defenders, he is killing them. He is literally killing them. So I kind of hated on him so much that I just kept watching him. I kept watching and hating on him till I started liking how he played. I'd be watching to see who he's gonna dunk on next. And that's kind of what that bird dog stuff did to me, man. I had never really heard of it. And I was like, man, I don't know who Joe Woodall is. I don't really care. I'm from Carolina, so the Carolina Dogmen is all I really cared about. And I lived in Louisiana for 2 years, so that's when I got involved in the Eli stuff. But when I got to Texas, and I found out about the Woodall blood being run down there, I did my research because I didn't even know, how it was bred up. And when I saw that the common tie was, the Jeep Red Boy Rascal, and then I did my research on Bully Son and found out that Bully Son and Eli go back to, Bully Son and Eli Jr. go back to Eli. I said, man, this might work. The Bloods they're loosely common kin, but they're related. So I'm not going all the way out. It's just not closely related up front. And that's what it is. He said, I got a double bred Jip. Yeah, it is. And then another quality about them Woodall dogs is the pure ones that I've seen, a lot of them are either black with white markings or white with black markings. And the white ones with black markings typically have tickings on their skin, like, little black marks on their skin, and you can see it in good light or when the dog's fur is wet. If I was gonna buy a bird dog or even a Long's Weirdo dog, and it doesn't have those markings, if it's a black or white dog, I don't want it, because the ones that I've seen in person had those markings, and that's what I look for when I look for those dogs. They're also high strung and they start early. So this is, once again, if I go to your yard and you telling me what bloodline you got, I'm not judging you. Just know that I believe in the law of primacy. The way I see the bloodline first is the way I'm going to remember it. The first Red Boy Jocko dogs I saw were Carl Mims dogs. So when I see other Red Boy Jocko dogs, I'm a skeptic because Carl Mims set the standard for me on those Red Boy Jocko dogs. And the weirdo stuff and the bird dog stuff set the standard for me with them, with those dogs. That's why I kind of like for new bloodlines to emerge and, wait to see them get 3 or 4 generations and see what qualities they possess. Even with building my own line, the only qualities I can tell you is they can bite and they can work all of the toys of the trade. That's all I can tell you. That's all I do with them. But they'll run any kind of meal you put them on. They'll bite anything you point them at, and they're pretty easy to train. Those are my traits of my line. So if you got a dog that's really high strung, like the brother that was mentioned earlier, he got a dog that barks at dogs. My dogs will defend themselves, and my females typically they'll go snatch another dog up. But they can be trained because I allow them to grow and watch them, and as long as they're supervised, uh, I would never let them get within mouth distance of another dog, but you're not gonna get pulled down the street just because they see another dog. Now if the dog gets within biting distance, they gonna grab them. And my dogs don't make noise. They just grab shit. I'll be walking down the road, and there'll be a piece of string or something hanging off of a bush, and next thing I know, we tugging the bush because they just see it and they go for it. Jeff Smith. Hey, also, man, salute to brother Jeff Smith, man. I remember, man, and brother Jeff. I haven't even got to my Instagram, man, but I know you done sent me some funny stuff to laugh at. So I'm gonna check it out when I go inside. But we was kicking it. The sun's coming up now. It's getting bright out here. Yeah, man. That's the doghouse, y'all. That's where I keep the dogs at. And then that's my graveyard of cages. They done broke right there. That's why I had to upgrade to them $250 cages, because them little things right there, when I see those in people's videos, that's another indicator to me that your dogs probably. Let me rephrase that. I'm talking shit. And let me dial it back. My dogs can no longer use these kind of crates right here. Okay? These kind of crates right here, my dogs will eat straight through the crate, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Y'all see this hole right here? Hell no, I can't check it in front of the wife. My dogs eat through these, and they bite these and bend it all up, man. And I even tried the whole zip tie thing, the zip ties to hold it in place, but they coming out of this. And not only do they come out of it, but this is where some of them scratches come from, because when they break these, my dogs don't care about getting hurt. What's good? What's good, big dog? Old Cuzzo in the building. But yeah, man, when they come through these edges that they break off, that's where my dog scratches come from. And you can't explain that to the public. You can't explain that to the general public that, hey man, my dog got scratches because he broke out of this damn $80 cage that I bought. Look, this lock don't mean shit to these dogs, man. Put locks on there, zip ties everywhere, and it's ate up. So I have to go and get $250 cages. Is built for Rottweilers and Dobermans. And while my dogs are not the gamest of dogs, they're super strong, man. That's what they would add to a program is strength, and I'm proud of that. I told you the weaknesses, I tell you their strengths, and they are dumb strong. That's why we get into the weight pool, because it's a way for me to see just how strong they are in comparison to other camps. I like to compete, and I like to know where I stand in the pecking order of things. And for those camps that don't compete at all, man, it's great if you got the dogs and you know what you got, and be proud of it. And that's why with my channel, I'm going to talk about my stuff. And if you want me to talk about your stuff on my channel and it's okay, let me know and we can get together. And I would love to have you talk about your own blood, because I'm minding my business now. I tried the whole politics thing on YouTube, and that shit don't work, man. You get on here and you say something good about a person. You can't say nothing bad. Don't say nothing bad about nobody. He said, Justin said, I just brought 2 rough land kennels from Sportsman's Warehouse. And yeah, hey, see, yeah, them 250 from Amazon, the ones that I got now, and I'll do a review on it too. And they still got bite marks in them, because if I go in there and start sweeping, my dogs, they biting the shit out of it. But he's as rangy as I like to. I wanted to show that why he's standing up. He's rangy enough, got enough leg under him that I can enjoy him. But yeah, man, it's a beautiful day to bulldog. It's a beautiful day to kick it with your family, man. For those of y'all who are getting to work, and oh yeah, hold on, Warmouth said he went to some of them. Yeah, man. And I see people show the dog shows with those crates, and for me, I'm like, man, and most of y'all dogs got that. Let me dial it back. Most of y'all dogs have the potential to tear those crates up. You just haven't stimulated them to that point. My dogs I get them hyped because I need them to be hyped for the kind of work that I do. Bite work, pulling, slap me over. I need them to be super hyped
And just because I stopped working them don't mean that they're just because I stopped them from working don't mean that they're gonna quit working, and they're gonna work on whatever they get their mouth on, even if it is a $80 cage, you know. But my wife just texted me, y'all, and I got a couple text messages that came through. Fuck them people, all that YouTube breed dumb. Yeah, they do, man. But Welsh, man, I would love to have you to talk to you about it, and all of y'all brothers, man, Brother Hart and Finish, Arrowhead, Jeff Smith. If you know, just do a segment and add a segment in there where y'all can talk about your dogs proudly, and because like a lot of y'all don't know this, man, but with a digital dog show, I've been able to watch some people's dogs grow up right before my eyes, man. It's an amazing thing. I can look at some posts on the websites, and be like, I know that dog. That dog was in my show, man. That's a good feeling, man. You know, that people allow me to be a part of their life to that point where I can see their product grow and develop. And then when I see puppies getting sold, I'm like, man, I watched that dog grow up. I know exactly how that dog gonna act. You know, it's dope. It's just dope. But my wife just texted me. That means the babies is probably up giving her hell. So y'all be blessed and stay dangerous, man. Uh, May the Lord watch between you and me while we are absent, one from another. Amen. For the love of the dogs, for the love of the game, we out.